How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now. And here at 2A News Now, you get your Second Amendment news straightforward and to the point with no BS added in. Yesterday, the Supreme Court took up the bump stock ban case, and I believe it lasted for about an hour and a half. Unfortunately, we won't hear anything from them until around June or July. I thought this was very interesting, so I thought I would share it with you guys. The inventor of the bump stock recently did an interview and talked about his thoughts about his device going before the Supreme Court. Cottle, who is the creator of the bump stock, recently did an interview and talked about the battle over his invention. Cottle is a decorated military veteran and a father of 4. He originally conceived the bump stock while recovering from a brain injury sustained in serving our country. The original bump stock, designed in 2009, was made of a piece of wood, PVC pipe, and duct tape. And of course, there's no need to describe what a bump stock actually is. But one thing I can tell you that it's not a machine gun. Cottle said he wanted to create a way that people could go out and shoot their guns safely and have fun and to shoot as fast as you want to be able to. When Cottle, who was born in West Texas but now lives in Tennessee, where in addition to being the father of the bump stock, he is also a cattle rancher. He designed the device and got ATF approval. ATF at the time ruled that the bump stock did not circumvent the National Firearms Act and turn a semi-automatic firearm into a regulated full auto weapon. And for 8 years, the ATF adhered to that decision. In that time, Cottle sold his first 500 bump stocks in 4 days' time, and more than 20,000 in the first year. Cottle, who was on food stamps at the time he invented the bump stock, became a millionaire virtually overnight. His business, Slide Fire Solutions Incorporated, eventually employed as many as 40 people, including his grandparents. He said it's an absolutely Cinderella story. You take an individual with an idea, something that they believe others will enjoy. You put it out there and it's unbelievably welcomed. When the invention first hit the market, it was the talk among gun enthusiasts, and everything was fine for 8 years. But in October 2017, the deadliest mass shooting in American history was carried out in Las Vegas, Nevada, when a gunman firing from the window in a room at the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino killed more than 60 people and wounded more than 500 who were attending a country music festival. They say the gunman used several firearms outfitted with bump stocks. And I know all the conspiracy theories, so there's no reason for anybody to put anything like that in the comment section. All of a sudden, the bump stocks became the villain. And even then, President Donald Trump and the NRA suggested limits needed to be put on the device. In response, the ATF did an about face and reclassified the device and ordered the more than 700,000 already created must be surrendered or destroyed. Enter Michael Cargill, who is an Army veteran and owner of Central Texas Gun Works near Austin, Texas. Cargill said he emptied his store shelves of bump stocks and surrendered the 2 he owned as well. But he also sued the ATF, claiming the agency had no legal right to ban the items and overstepped their authority. And he's absolutely right. Cargill also said this is a product he legally purchased and had in his store. And then all of a sudden, an agency within the federal government decided they're going to ban this particular product. He said, "This is crazy. This is not the America that I know. We've got to do something about this. An agency within the federal government can't come out and actually turn millions of people into felons overnight or ban a product. We have to go through Congress to do that." And now Cargill versus Garland sits before the Supreme Court justices to decide. The interviewer asked Cottle, "Your critics say this is violating the spirit of the law, and even though they technically might not be a machine gun, it certainly does look like one." Cottle said, "Well, it sounds like Congress needs to rewrite the definition of a machine gun, doesn't it? It's not making stuff up on a whim." So we got a little bit of a taste what the inventor of bump stock thinks about the case going before the Supreme Court. And like I said, we probably won't hear anything from the Supreme Court until June or July. I didn't get to listen to the whole thing the other day. But what I took from it, it looks like they might not be in favor of turning this over. And that would keep the bump stock ban in place. And I hope I'm completely wrong. And if any of you guys listen to the testimony, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think they will overturn the ban or keep it in place? And as always, I appreciate everybody's support with the channel. You guys are always crushing it by liking, sharing, and subscribing and hitting those post notifications. And I invite everybody back to watch my next video.